Andrea Brown, Head of Channel and Partnerships at OpenSpace, and today I'm joined by Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Andrea. Nice to be here.
Thank you. Would you mind just telling everyone what your role at OpenSpace is?
Absolutely. So at the moment, I'm currently in operations at OpenSpace. I actually joined as part of the customer success team, so I was a lot more client-facing and loved that, but now I deal with more of the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Perfect. Well, you've got a great perspective on all things OpenSpace, and I know that you're super passionate about our ability to sort of land and expand. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the things that's impressed me personally about OpenSpace the most is just how many people can actually use it. And that is not just across a single project, but across organizations as well. So, many different departments kind of using OpenSpace to their advantage and sort of spreading that cost across an organization. But we've also got projects where we've got multiple parts of the supply chain using OpenSpace on the same project as well.
Wow. So let's dig into that a little bit. You started off by talking about a client, perhaps. Do you have an example of where maybe we've started with one department and it's sort of grown and spread?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, a couple of them, but typically we see people in design teams that like to use OpenSpace, not necessarily themselves on site, but it's a great tool for them to be able to, obviously check site progress remotely. Estimating teams, as well as the more typical ones you think of, which are the on-site teams as well. Across, sort of an individual project where we're looking more at the sort of supply chain as well, what we found is having a sort of one version of the truth, which is really what OpenSpace gives you, is great, but having your own one version of the truth is even better.
Tell me what you mean by that.
So, using OpenSpace on a site, great. And as long as everybody's collaborative and everything's going great, everybody can access that potentially. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like a common data environment where we've seen, issues in the past with other companies where that data becomes pretty key to either proving or disproving things like claims. In that particular instance, you kind of want your own data rather than relying on access to somebody else's.
That's a really, really good point. So when I know that you were chatting to me earlier and talking about there was within the healthcare sector, for example, where maybe we've initially got a client that's within maybe a hospital and that's at one department, and then that led to us actually having other departments within the healthcare group that also adopted OpenSpace. Is that right?
Yes, and without sort of naming the project, project in Ireland actually, this all happened through word of mouth as well. It's particularly eye-catching. Walking around with a camera on your head, so that always helps. And people ask, what's going on, and it really is sometimes a little bit like wildfire. Kind of goes around the site, and various people get interested. So. Perhaps when you think you sort of fulfilled an opportunity, there's probably a little bit more way to go on that, and a bit more benefit to realize for a wider group of stakeholders.
I think that's a great point to make, both for our customers to say, if you love us, then please do talk us up and tell other internal departments about what OpenSpace is and where you see the benefit. And also for our partner community that once they're successful winning on getting OpenSpace into an organization, that the story from what you've shared today, Jack, doesn't stop there, that there's definitely more opportunity.
That's it. Share the wealth. Don't keep the benefits to yourself.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.